Okay, good morning, class. I hope all of you are doing fine at home, right? For today's lesson, we are going to do on reading. It's about sumo wrestlers. So, shall we start? Right. Okay. For today, we are going to look at the sports interview. All right. And it's about sumo wrestlers. The picture that you can see is a sumo wrestler. Right. Okay. The lesson objective of today is for you to read about the sumo wrestlers sports interview and understand this interview text, and after that you are to summarize the text. Okay, the summary is given to you. You just have to fill in the blanks and you have to understand how to do a summary, and you will learn some new words, new vocabularies, which teacher will also explain to you the meaning, okay, to further understand about this reading text. All right. So first we will look at the sports interview, and you are to read the sports interview. Okay. After we finish reading the sports interview, before we fill in the answers, we will find out the meaning of the words. All right. But before we move on to that, we will watch a video about sumo wrestlers. Okay. Sumo wrestlers. It's a clipping about what do they eat. Okay, what does a sumo wrestler eat in their daily lives? But teacher won't be playing the clipping now, but you will be watching the video during the online lesson. Okay, so now we are going to guess the meanings of the words in blue. To further move on, we are going to find out the synonym, the same meaning of the words given in blue. Right, if you can see here, the words are train, dish, vitamins, bowls, enormous, desserts. Okay, if you were to guess the words based on the sentences given, all right, so roughly you can understand what is it, right? Train means when you are practicing for something. All right, this is the time that they practice. So practice, train, what is the synonym? What do you think is the meaning? Yes, prepare. Prepare is the synonym of the word train. Okay. Next word is dish. Okay, dish is a type of food. Okay. So it's a type of food. So the synonym is the word food. Vitamins are what you need, like nutrients for your body. All right. So the word given here is supplements. It also carries the same meaning as supplements. Enormous is huge or big. It's a very big portion of something. Okay. Here is a big portion of food. So enormous is huge. It's more like a gigantic version of something very big. Bowls is a container. Okay, it's a round bowl where you have food, right? You know what is a bowl, right? It's a utensil, kitchen utensil. And synonym is a container where you put food. Okay. Desserts is something sweet. Something sweet. The synonym is sweet. Something sweet that you have after your meal. Okay, something sweet to end the meal. You can have like ice creams, cake is a dessert. Okay, these are the words given in blue and the meaning that teacher have prepared for you here. During the lesson, if you're unable to guess, we will do it together, and I hope you are able to guess the meaning. All right, it's very easy. Okay, this is the word given in the text that they expect you not to understand. But if you have other words that you have problem with, we will discuss it during the lesson. Okay, teacher will give you the meaning. Okay, now we are going to answer the first. We are going to do the first activity of matching. Okay, when you are matching, you are going to answer. Why I put that matching? Because we are going to match the A to D answers from your English plus one textbook with the interview. All right. So it's taken from your English plus one. Okay. So the first answer, is it a popular sport? What's their typical day? They get up early and train from 5 a.m. until 1 p.m. What do they have for breakfast? What do they have for lunch? So you have the question and you have the answer. So the second question is, what do they have for lunch? They have a special dish called chakonabe. Okay, chakonabe. And the third question, is it healthy? Well, it's full of vitamins and there isn't much fat in it. All right. The fourth question, do they ever eat any different foods? So these are the A to D questions given in the book for activity 1, and these are the answers. All right, for the next activity, you are to listen to the text again and complete the summary with 5 of the words in the box. That means you have to choose the words here and fill in the blanks here after listening to the text again. So we are going to listen to the text again. Why am I saying again? Because during the lesson you would have read the interview, right? So we are going to listen again.
Unit 5. Reading. Exercise 2. The sports interview. Sumo style. Those sumo wrestlers are big. How much do they weigh? Most top wrestlers weigh more than 140 kilos. The heaviest are around 190 kilos. Is it a popular sport? Well, there aren't many sumo wrestlers these days. It isn't a healthy lifestyle. What's their typical day? They get up early and train from 5 a.m. until about 1 p.m. What do they have for breakfast? They don't have breakfast. So they're very hungry at lunchtime and they eat a lot. What do they have for lunch? They have a special dish called chankonabe. There's a lot of meat or fish in chankonabe, and there are also a lot of vegetables. Is it healthy? Well, it's full of vitamins and there isn't much fat in it, but they eat enormous quantities, sometimes 6 or 7 bowls, and then maybe 5 bowls of rice. But they exercise a lot. Yes, but not after meals. After lunch, they sleep. Then they get up and eat more chankonabe. Do they ever eat any different food? Yes, some eggs, salads, some desserts maybe, but always chankonabe. So, if you want to be sumo size, eat and sleep a lot. If not, maybe do sports which are healthier.
Okay, that's the end of the podcast. Right. So the lifestyle of sumo wrestlers, do you think is the most probable answer?
Unit 5. Reading.
Okay. The lifestyle of sumo wrestlers isn't normal. So it's not normal. It's not typically normal. So that would be the best answer. The food which they eat is healthy, is actually very healthy, but they eat a lot, right? They eat a very big portion. So they eat a lot. They also sleep a lot in the they sleep after lunch, which means they sleep in the afternoons. And they don't exercise after their meals. So these are the answer, and this is basically the summary of the interview. Okay, it's a summary of what you actually did, the interview that you read just now and you listened. All right, so basically you have done your interview. For the next activity, activity 3 and 4, you are to use a dictionary to check the meaning of the words in blue in the text and to do the practice of page number 48 in the workbook. Okay. but we just did the meaning. Teacher have already showed you that answer in the previous slide, so we have already done activity 3, but you need to do page 48 in the workbook. You try to do it on your own first, but once you have finished the whole unit, teacher would update for you the answers. All right, okay. Okay, you try to answer that on your own for activity 3. Actually, we have already answered activity 3, so I hope you will answer page 48 in the workbook on your own. For activity 4, this is the part where you have to come up with your question and answer again. You have to do your pair activity. And do you think a sumo wrestler's life is interesting? If you think it's interesting, you have to give an answer why and why not. Okay, and what is your favorite dish? So if you think it's interesting, you must give an answer and the reason. And if you think it's not interesting, you have to give the answer and the reason for why it's not interesting. And what is your favorite dish? You talk about your favorite dish, because last week we did some presentation about your favorite dish. I don't think it'll be very difficult for you to talk about your favorite dish today for this lesson. So I hope you will be more active in the class. So, okay, this is the example of the sentences that we can use for the activity. Yes, I think a sumo wrestler's life is interesting because why? Because they eat a lot. So you can give a logical answer. No, I don't think a sumo wrestler's life is interesting because why you don't like it? Maybe because I feel it's unhealthy. So it's not a very healthy lifestyle. So because eating a lot and sleeping is not a very recommendable healthy lifestyle, right? And then you mention your favorite dish. Okay, this picture I for you is the chakonabe. Okay, the sumo wrestler's favorite dish. Okay, or the dish that they normally eat. All right, so this is the part where you will have the okay, you will have the spelling assessment. Okay, as you can see here, teacher have already prepared the audio here. So I'm not going to click the audio for this video. I'm just going to play the video. I'm going to play the audio for those who are attending the Google Meet. And you will listen to the words. It's taken from the lesson. And you answer the spelling. Okay, I hope you are ready for the spelling. Okay, so for today, it's about 15 words. Huh? Oops. Okay, that was because of the transition. All right, the mouse was not okay. So here you have the attendance link and you have the attendance record. All right, so you have to record your attendance. You click the link and you scan the QR code. Either you can scan the QR code, teacher will share both in the Telegram group. Okay, so that's the end of the lesson. Thank you for coming to English class. If you have any questions, you can find me at our English Telegram group. Okay,